By adopting an agile delivery approach, we will be able to identify and prioritize what works best for customers and provide incremental value to them more often. But how exactly is this done? Hello all, my name is Kurian. I've been working as a business analyst for the past 9 years. I post videos on my learnings as a business analyst in this channel. Today, we are going to discuss how agile delivery is implemented in practice. Before proceeding, if you would like to understand the fundamentals of what is agile delivery, please check my video explaining this. I have provided the link to it in the description section. How is agile delivery done in practice? It is done by breaking down work into small, manageable, and potentially shippable increments that deliver value to the end customer. The scope of each such broken down, shippable increment of work is what is called a user story, and the time duration in which this increment is delivered is called a sprint, which is usually 2 weeks. A key point to note here is that there should be incremental value delivery to the end customer. So, the work plan by the delivery team should be such that there is incremental value in the final solution that is being used by the end customer rather than a technical change in one of the backend systems. Let us take an example of a user story that enables a user to reset their password using a mobile app. Implementing this user story would require backend changes, front-end changes, and QA validation. For example, API changes to enable the password reset, UI changes on the mobile app, and end-to-end testing. All these three activities should be done to consider this user story as complete. This means that the team should be self-contained with all the necessary skills. In this case, UI, backend, and QA, such that the change can be delivered end-to-end. So, if at all there are capacity constraints in the team, the user story should be vertically sliced. That is, changes in all the required layers like UI and backend should be considered in one sprint, even though overall scope of the functionality that is delivered is reduced. In other words, a vertical slice of the cake instead of the whole cake. Why? Because that's how we as an end customer eat a cake. Hope you now have an improved understanding of how agile delivery is implemented in practice. However, this was just an introduction. In a real world scenario, if we just have hundreds of disconnected user stories, how can we plan strategically without understanding the big picture into which each of these individual user stories contribute? This is what we are going to discuss in the next video. So please subscribe to this channel if you have not done already. Have a great day and thanks for watching.